For the last 2 years, a serial killer known as Heart Eyes has been going around on Valentine's Day killing couples. And on this year, Seattle is about to feel the wrath of Heart Eyes. Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I am looking at Heart Eyes, directed by Josh Ruben, and starring Olivia Holt, Mason Gooding, and Jordana Brewster. Heart Eyes tries to do for Valentine's Day what Thanksgiving did for, well, Thanksgiving, telling a campy story with campy dialogue with some very gory graphic kills. So is this a nice little slasher comedy romance to take your partner to this Valentine's Day? Well, I'm going to be straight up with you all. I seem to be in the minority for this one because I did not like Heart Eyes very much at all. Outside of some really good gore and some gruesome kills, including almost an all-timer in recent memory when it comes to opening before credits kills, this is a movie that was outright insufferable. It feels like it's trying to do what John Carver did in Thanksgiving with Heart Eyes, and it fails miserably for me because the comedy for me does not work. The cynical nature of our lead character, who is very against romance and can't really believe in romance, is very underwhelming. There was a small period in which I thought this film might have been doing something, because we have our lead character here who's got a new work colleague who immediately asks them out on Valentine's Day, takes them for a meal, they tear each other down a bit. We have Mason Gooding, who tears out Olivia Holt's character for being very cynical about romance, and Olivia Holt outright calls this suave individual out for somehow still being single despite being the smoothest person ever and accusing them of being a playboy. That whole dynamic, I liked it, but then Olivia Holt's character immediately apologizes for it, and May spends the whole movie being head over heels for this character. When Heart Eyes starts coming for them, there's this running gag of, "We're not even together," and everyone else saying, "Oh, your chemistry is palpable, guys." And that's the joke. That is the joke for most of the movie, and I'm sorry, whilst these are two very good actors, their chemistry did not work for me at all. It just felt they were bickering and became very toxic. They have one moment where things were sort of there, and that seemed to be the green light to make us buy into this romance, and I quite frankly did not enjoy that aspect of it. As for the serial killer aspect of it, this is very much a Scream whodunit thing, who is behind the mask, and it is so obvious within 20 minutes of the movie, probably even sooner than that, you can figure out who it is. It's very obvious. The film tries to make it a big reveal, but it really doesn't. It even tries to do the old pull the cart from under you because it knows that you're expecting someone, so tries to twist it just a bit before revealing what we all know anyway. I don't know, this was just very irritating for me. Like, don't get me wrong, the gore in this is fantastic. Like, praise to the special effects team. They are really good in this, but the comedy does not work for me. And whilst there is an element of campiness to this, it doesn't feel like the cast commit to the campy aspect of it. This just felt like a diet Thanksgiving that failed to do what Thanksgiving did. So I am looking forward to more John Carver's than I am to another Heart Eyes movie, because this was just a slasher that, if you want references, if you want attractive actors, congratulations to you. You have got a five-star movie in your hands here, but for me, the script just did not work for me. The romance did not work, and the dynamics did not work. The reveal was very shocking, and the reference humor, because there was a lot of reference humor that name drops many romantic comedies out there or many romance films. The film's angling for a lot of, oh my god, they said the line, and it felt very lazy in terms of a writing perspective. It's a 90-minute film, and there is a scene where they make a joke reference to Hobbs and Shaw, because two characters that are detectives happen to be called Hobbs and Shaw. And the film lingers on this for about a minute of this 90-minute runtime. It just felt like this is a film that I was not the demographic for. Apart from the gory kills, it just did not work for me in any way, shape, or form. It really relies on you buying into the comedy and the chemistry. But the theater I was in, sure, I chuckled a bit in the early stages, but I never heard an outright belly laugh. The biggest reaction I heard from anyone in the audience was a guy making a very loud shock noise at the sight of a sex toy. That was the biggest reaction in this film that had some very gnarly kills and a lot of pausing for laughing moments. That for me does not bode well for the film's quality. Whilst the killer design is cool, the motivations behind the killer are cool, and the kills are really interesting, the characters I could do without. And it's such a shame because it's very much a diet Scream. You literally have someone from the Scream movies in this as one of the lead characters. Mason Gooding has way more chemistry with Jenna Ortega in Scream 6, which is another movie I didn't like, than he does with Olivia Holt in this movie. Before I get into my grade, if you like seeing on the channel, click that like button and subscribe for more video reviews that's coming out all the time. Without further ado, let's grade this one. Heart Eyes is a romantic movie that if you're a young couple, you will probably get some enjoyment of. If you love reference humor, this will work for you. If you're a fan of big kills, this will also work for you. But for me, this just felt very undercooked, underbaked, very unfunny with a terrible script. There are some great kills in this, but we have two lead characters that I really didn't care for. A lot of stupid decisions being made by characters. And when we're going into the hammy stuff, it just didn't work for me. The reference humor didn't work. This film gets a whole half a star added to its low rating because some of the kills in this are fantastic. There is a constant reference to a metal straw in this, so I love how they really utilize the Chekhov's gun. But yeah, outside the kills, there was very little that I enjoyed in Heart Eyes, but because it stands at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, looking at this, and a very good audience score, I'm probably in the minority, so take that as you will. You'll probably enjoy it. I just didn't like it, and this is my video. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say it for me. Heart Eyes is a cold cup of tea. So Heart Eyes, have you seen it? If you haven't, let me you put down any comments below. Tell me what your favorite kill in this whole film was, because there are a couple of standout kills in this that could be kill of the year. This is a movie, I will say, that is very much tailored to the I cannot wait for Dead Meat to do this as a kill count, because I am very curious to see how they achieve some of these kills and which one wins that golden chainsaw. That is a weird little plug there, but yeah, this is a film I don't enjoy, but Dead Meat is going to have a lot of fun looking at this one. Coming up on the channel, BAFTA predictions coming Friday. Until next time, everybody, I am Josh, I've been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.